There it is, my humble steed, basking in the sun, poised for the adventure. I was as ready as I'd ever be to conquer the Ontario Highlands, excited for the journey, to escape the lull of comfort, and really feel connected with your surroundings in a way which is just so easy through cycling. A grueling yet rewarding 6-day trip, an average of around 140 kilometers each day, through old gravel trails, single track, and rural towns. This is the Highlands Loop.
Ever miss me, Tommy? Yeah? Yeah?
I don't know. I think he's just hungry.
See ya. Love you. No crashies, no whammies, no flatties. This may be the longest. I'll wait for these trucks to pass. Come on, you two. This may be the longest meditation session I will ever experience in my life. Now this is a nice rugged road. Oh yeah, I can get on with this. I recognize people probably think I'm some kind of hobo, which I don't mind them thinking. Or that I'm a little crazy with this GoPro strapped to me and holding this GoPro and just recording myself biking nowhere. Just talking to myself to the camera. But hey, I'm cool with it. This is fun, man. Going hill. I'm just gonna granny gear it up. Hopping on. Oh man. So this is cool. Right now we're on a bit of a ridge line. Oh, and we have some grapes right there. Never give up or never forfeit. Free food on the trail. They're really good. Well, actually, these ones right here. Ugh. No, they're pungent. Crap. I think that's just a bad bush. Dude, this is... What is this, man? No, this definitely isn't right. So this is going to be a little scary once we get to Algonquin and there's absolutely no cell service. I can't make mistakes like that. Remember that I'm wider. Whoa! Doing good? That's good. No! Imagine having access to all these intricate trails when you were a kid. Sorry, cool. I think I just like almost swallowed a bee. Oh, it went straight in my mouth. Spat it out though. Don't know what happened to it. I don't know what its fate was. That was horrible. Ugh, fuzzy. Anyways. Reminds me of Bridge to Terabithia. Surprised I haven't seen like a kid's fort or something constructed back here. Here we have what's called a comfort station. Well, it should be locked. Nope. Okay. Comfort station, man. That's good to know. Too bad, I don't have to go. Could have done it in comfort.
Good afternoon and safe trip, okay?
Yeah,
Be
thank
careful.
you. Yeah, for
It
sure.
is like, Friday, so it's a weekend traffic.
Exactly, yeah.
Thank you.
Great. Do you want some ice in
That's
there
awesome.
too?
Actually, that'd be sweet.
Actually, you know what? I can just get you a new water.
This is all being renovated. The Kick and Push Railroad. Be interesting to be alive during the days in which the KMP was actually functioning railway system. Keep it close. See inside a little. It's pretty cool. Okay, I gotta go grab that before it falls over. That is so precarious. Oh my gosh. Hey there.
How are you?
Pretty well.
Oh, you seen a bicycle before? Hi.
Yeah.
Of our trail that's washed out. No idea how bad this is.
Pretty bad. Pretty bad. We gotta get through that. Shh. We gotta get through that. Ah.
Oh, nice. Big gun there.
The horse quite literally shat itself before going through that section. Alright, they weren't mercenaries out to kill me, that's good. Ooh, up, 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 up. It's got the sudden feeling of not dread, but just slight nervousness. I am far away from civilization now. This is cool. You can still see the old railway rails. Sometimes they're just sticking out along the trail. It's pretty cool. Thank you, whoever marked that orange. Those will probably kill me, bro. Nips are in, fam. Oh, I didn't catch it on tape. Literally got it first try. I kid you not. Come on, baby. Oh, snap. Did I catch that? First try again. Master camper now. Yeet. Come on. That should be good. I'm off to the Bonnechere Caves now. I'm at the Mississippi station, so I have about a 4-hour ride maybe. So yeah, farewell, my old campsite. You served me well.
Hi, sorry, don't mean to disturb. I was looking to see if I could ask for directions.
We get this every week.
Yeah. What a tough climb here. That's also, I'm sorry, what? House is built into an old GMC bus. By the looks of it. That is epic. That is so cool. Yeah, the one guy I was talking to earlier was not kidding, man. Thank you, man. You're the best.
It's 30 minutes. I thought it was an hour. But
Oh no, it's
bottle? Yeah, no, take as many as you need. We got lots. We got lots.
Like a regular event here?
Yeah, it's 29th anniversary edition.
Oh, cool.
It's not. It doesn't happen every weekend. It's just.
Yeah, just like an annual thing.
Hey, did you fill up the rest of your?
Yeah, pretty well.
Oh, fill it right up. There you go.
Thank you, that's awesome.
Yeah, not a problem. So if you run into problems, if we have, there's certain sections up there with the ATVs. We have ATV guys as emergency.
Like safety crews and stuff?
As a hint, okay, if you want to shorten your trip, is once you get to Calabogie itself,
Yep.
as you're coming into town, you got to cross over like a dam, okay, like a small dam. Okay, it'll be all on your left with construction and that there. Just up past the Redneck Bistro, there's a road to the left where the school is and the church.
Okay.
Turn left there. Because if not, you take it and you're going to go back east for a ways up to the 508, and then you got to turn around and come back.
Right.
So
Okay.
you'll shorten your trip, you know.
All right. Awesome.
And when you make the left at the where the church and school is, okay, when you turn left, go a little bit. There's a Chevron's garage is right there.
Perfect.
On
Thanks,
the
man.
left. Okay, not your garage, it's a store.
Okay.
And that, so.
All right.
Okay.
Thank you.
No, not a problem.
Sure. Yeah. I'm always down for a treat.
An apple or cookie or something.
How's it going, Tim?
Stop.
No, you gotta change your name, man.
Thanks, man.
What kind of cookie do you want? Oatmeal raisin.
Oh, I'll grab an oatmeal raisin.
Oatmeal raisin?
Just like my nan always makes. Perfect.
There you go, man.
Sweet. Thank you.
Have a safe ride.
I'll do my best, yeah. Wow. Lucky as hell. That was awesome. That guy named Tom was an absolute lifesaver. Lost one of my hangers. It's okay, it's intact. Probably the bolt lost its threading. swim. My guy. And I washed my hair. Very refreshing.
So I'm just making a hearty meal with some porridge and some tea. This in the porridge. I got some brown sugar sprinkled in the porridge. What else we got? Put maybe banana in there. Some peanuts and chocolate almonds, baby. Chocolate almonds. Look at this. Delish. And oh, baby. Let's give you my second house tour, I guess. Camp tour. So over here, we already have a pre-assembled campfire. Great. Now, I think I'm just gonna go with the inner tent, just the mesh, and I'll put the rainfly away. I've just had it up there drying off. Mainly because tomorrow, right now I'm not even at Bonnechere Caves yet. So I want to be able to leave extra early tomorrow, hit up the caves, and then be like halfway through Algonquin Park and set up camp. I have to make up ground now because I'm slacking today. But yeah, it's pretty nice. I'm gonna have a very nice view of the lake here tonight. I'll try to capture like a time lapse perhaps of it. Probably won't see the stars as much because it's partly cloudy. Now they are pretty dark clouds, but I am hoping I don't get any rain. Crazy. I'm just trying to cover up my bike the best I can. Holy cow. Maybe this wasn't the best campsite. A little exposed. Bye camp, hello caves. Constantly weaving through all these potholes. I don't want to get wet this early. Sometimes the best route is on the side of the trail. Get around town on the dirt bikes. Dude, that is the life. This is a lonely road. Very pretty though. Super windy. Oh, brutal. My jacket actually is starting to get a little cold.
$1 change.
Oh,
there.
simple text. Wow.
Yeah, it's all figured in.
Do you guys happen to have like a more discreet place to put my bike by chance? It's a touring bike, so
Well,
Bring it in the back. We can, if you wheel it around.
that'd be sweet. I really appreciate it, man.
You have to be trustworthy folk around here, but I get the bits, alright.
Yeah, exactly. I haven't had any issues so far, but
That's it. So far, it's
so far,
first, but
the deadly word.
honestly, you can leave it anywhere here.
Okay,
you can
cool.
leave it on this side as well if you like. It might not be a good spot back here, but honestly, anywhere around is fine.
All right. Yeah. I'll
We-
try to make sure it's not in your way, actually.
Well, it's not. No one's gonna come back here.
Okay.
We don't. We just kind of use it as storage, but
Gotcha.
that's your ticket for the tour.
Oh, thank you.
And once you come back, the bike will just be waiting there for you.
Okay, thank you, man.
Not at all.
actually, it has kind of an interesting story to it. So, this one was found sometime in the mid-60s by a little girl that was running along the fence just over there. She tripped on the rock and thought it was kind of strange looking, so she picked it up and took it over to show the man that was running the ticket booth at the time. Now, that man's name was Tom Woodward. And keep him in mind, I'll be talking quite a bit about him later on. But for now, Tom takes a look at this rock, and he knows a few things about limestone. Mainly that limestone, being a sedimentary rock, it likes to crack in extremely straight lines, along those lines of sedimentation. As you can see, the fracture in this rock has a pretty big dip right in the center, and kind of looks like there's something in the middle. So Tom figures there might be a fossil inside the layers of rock that's causing it to crack this way. So to find out, he takes it, and he walks around to the back of the booth, where he engages in something that we like to call redneck paleontology. This is where Tom takes the rock and proceeds to the highly scientific method of smashing it against the wall until it breaks open. It's really not the best way to treat 450 million year old fossils, but we do have to give Tom some credit because after a few tosses, the rock did break open to reveal a creature that had not seen the light of day in 450 million years. So there we go. Hold on for a second, pass it around as well. So that's the imprint the creature left in the sediment, and then this is the fossil itself. Into the rock in an angle there. I'm gonna stay around this slightly larger area for now. Yeah, I remember being here when I was younger as well, and then coming back later on as a guide. I thought, wow, everything's so much smaller. All these walls you see around you, they were carved up by the water, flowing in from the river, making its way through the rock, eroding it over thousands of years until the caves were formed. Now, while we're down here, feel free to take pictures all the way through. I would highly recommend it. You guys can touch the walls whenever you'd like. You can even lick the walls if you really wanted to, but I would not recommend it. Someone may have licked the wall before you. Keep that in mind. Now,
Did you lick all the walls?
while we're down here, there are, of course, some unnatural things like the electric lights and boardwalk. Also, there are 6 concrete dams that are holding back the flow of the river, which would be flowing to this room, swirling around quite a bit here where it's wired before shooting down the main tunnel that way. And the largest dam is the base of the stairs that just came down. If you can imagine going straight through the bottom of the steps that way, it would be the river at just below knee height here. When Tom came into the caves for the first time, he of course didn't have all these nice things. He was relying on his flashlight for light, and the sinkhole he jumped into dropped him off at the end of that tunnel coming that way. You guys can come here a little closer if you want to see. So he came towards us through the rock this way, and when he got to where the edge of the boardwalk is, Tom saw the whirlpool in this room here. And the water was coming in from different sources, swirling around here quite a bit before going down the main tunnel. It was a couple feet deep, it was moving very quickly, and he knows if he jumps into that water and keeps following that main channel, he'll most likely be swept off and carried further into the caves. So he takes out his light, he shines it around a bit, see if there's any other way of getting further into the caves here, and he sees a tunnel behind me. Tom notices that the water flowing to there is fairly shallow, it's only a few inches deep, and it's flowing in, but not immediately bouncing back out. So that tells him it probably goes through the rock and ends up somewhere else. There's one slight problem, however. See, Tom is still over there, the tunnel's over here, and the whirlpool is right in his way. At this point, Tom decides, I am an athlete. I will jump over the whirlpool. For you guys I can see, it's quite a long distance, and he's in a small dark cave. I don't know what he was thinking. He of course doesn't leap all the way across the whirlpool. He splashes down right in the water here. But luckily, it's not too deep, and he's able to get a good hand grip on the wall. He's able to pull himself all the way into the tunnel here. Back there, he finds a piece of driftwood that got stuck in the current, He takes it, ties part of his rope around it, and he's a bit more careful this time. He shovels over and jams it behind that pillar where that light is. And he pulls on it, testing it to make sure it will still hold his weight, and he continues off down that tunnel. Now, this one here behind me, it is kind of like a loop that goes through the rock and meets up with this tunnel later on. Once we get to that other end, I'll give you all the chance to go exploring through here if you'd like. If you decide to go through and come through the rock and end up here where I'm standing, once you get here, turn left and follow the boardwalk that way to where the group will be at that point. And that way is actually where we'll head right now. That is the Alice in Wonderland tunnel. You drink the potion, and you get smaller, and you keep going down. You see all this water inside the boardwalk? So this is all the water that's on the walls up in the top of the cave. It eventually drips down to this part here, and then it all kind of stays down here pretty much. We are in the very lowest part of the Bonnechere Caves. We're about 28 meters, or about 90 feet, underneath the surface of the hill. We haven't actually walked down that far. The hill has in fact been going up above us. So there is about 10 stories of solid rock sitting right above our heads here. Now if that makes you feel a bit uncomfortable, I assure you we are perfectly safe down here because there's a rock bridge above our heads. Okay, that might not sound like it makes very much sense, but I assure you there's a good explanation. See, this piece of limestone above me here, it's connected securely to both the cave walls and it's fairly thin. So if the cave walls had shifted at all during the entire history of the caves, or if something had fallen down on top of that piece of rock, it surely would have broken and fallen to the water. But just because it's still there, we know we're inside of one stable piece of rock. We've actually had earthquakes occur. A lot of groups have been down here, and they never felt a thing or heard a thing. That's because at this depth, since limestone is such a soft rock, it dampens the vibrations of an earthquake quite nicely. Really, for all we know, there could be one going on right now. We have no way of knowing until we got back outside. Super safe down here. During the winter, we do turn off the pumps that are down here. You can see a couple of them off the edge of the boardwalk. While they're turned on, they'll pump out the water so that it stays below the boardwalk here. But after we stop running tours in October, we'll turn them off. The water will rise back up to its natural level in a couple of weeks. All the way up there where that ledge is underneath those lights. Before we do that, we'll take out these lower lights and parts of the boardwalk, of course. And then when it gets up to that height, it cuts off the airflow coming from the bat. And again, that keeps the bats up in the bat tunnel warm. Now, one more neat thing I'll point out before we keep going. This is a really cool fossil right above me here. They all eventually fossilize as one thick layer. And then, when the water was flowing through this part of the cave, eroding the rock, the fossil was washed away, and then the gas bubbles are all that are left. So it's a really neat fossil. It's pretty rare to find something like this. And then to have it sticking out of the ceiling of the cave is quite extraordinary. So it's a really nice one I thought I'd point out. But here, we can keep heading this way for now. You can see that from here to the other end of the cave, the water started going uphill and it was in fact under pressure all the way to the other side. We'll get there. Can I get you to come up? Okay. So, can I get you? Take your hand. Put it in the dark hole right there. Tell me if anything tries to bite it off. Is there anything like nibbling or trying to chew your fingers? No? Yeah. Are you sure? There's something wrong with that. Hold on. I'm just kidding. There's nothing in there, don't worry. But yeah, thank you for checking for me. Leading on from here, I was pretty sure there wasn't anything in the hole, but that wasn't always the case, you see. Now when Tom first started doing tours down here in the caves, a tour back in the 50s was pretty different from what we're doing today. The boardwalk they were walking on was only a few planks wide. It was fairly rickety. The lights really weren't that great, so Tom suggested if you were coming through the caves, just run your hand against the wall to keep yourself steady as you go along. Now, one day, a slightly shorter, elderly lady was doing exactly that. She was walking through the cave, running her hand against the wall at her height, when all of a sudden it slipped into the hole. She pulled it out and screamed at the top of her lungs. Tom was at the front of the group. He came running back and, well, as you can imagine, screaming in a small cave is not a good sign. So he said to the lady, "Miss, are you all right? Have you been hurt?" And the lady said, "Oh, I'm all right, Tom. I just had a bit of a scare." Could you please tell me why your cave walls went from feeling all wet and slimy to warm and fuzzy all of a sudden? So, Tom is of course very confused. No one's ever told him his caves felt warm and fuzzy. So he takes out his light and he shines it at the wall. And he discovered that in that hole were 2 baby brown bats who had been trying to sleep.
Oh, what?
This lady was walking along and all of a sudden she was giving a full body massage to a couple of bats, along with Tom's light that of course woke them up, and they flew out of the hole, and we've seen nothing in there since then. But we tour guides don't really like to be the first ones to check, so thanks again for your help.
Everything. I'm not very picky. Be as creative as you like. Got us to find the camping spot. Still looking. Oh. I have a feeling we're not supposed to be camping here. And that I've just been busted. This guy, I saw a guy on his 4-wheeler over there. Crap. This is a good spot. It's clearly been trimmed up along the side here. It's looking kind of recent. Now I didn't see any cow patties, so it's not used for grazing. But over there I saw them. I don't know if he saw me. Kinda wanna risk it. Or I could push the bike over to that corner. Maybe there's a better spot. Here is day 4-wheeler tracks. I think this is the spot. Deep in here. Oh baby, yeah. Look at that. Delish. Delish. Oh. Okay, I'll stop overreacting. Maybe like 7 a.m. right now. Freezing. Sure, lots of liners. So I'm just trying to keep on moving, warm up my body. That hits the spot. The sign, but thank goodness, Algonquin, right there. Look at this descent, bro. Oh yeah! Yeah! Holy cow, we're flying! Ha ha! Yip! Yippee! Yip yip! Holy moly! Yeah, that's all the climbing I had to do earlier. It was worth it. Oh, every second. The joy from that descent sure was short-lived. Now it's just endless climbing. Right, I thought I passed it back there because there's a sign saying Barron Canyon River. But nope, there it is, guys. We're here. Because if I was wrong, I would have to be cycling like 20 kilometers back. And that would really suck. Because too much climbing, man. I'm done with the climbing. So there we go, that's the trail opening. I wasn't sure if I wanted to make the trek up here with my bike, but I think you can see for yourself. What a view. You guys hear my bell? Oh, I think you do now. Santa's coming early. Ho, ho, ho! Holy cow. Just taking an opportunistic shot.
Not a problem. Pretty cool, right? I just thought you might have been a ranger or something and wanted information.
Oh no. I've been trying to avoid those myself.
Yeah.
I've been biking from Kingston, going on a
Kingston.
little tour. Yeah.
Oh, nice. You come across any decent wildlife in the last little bit?
Not really. A few beavers.
Yeah, there's beavers. There's
Yeah.
coyotes and lots of bear around.
Have you seen some bears? Some black
not
bears?
this trip.
No?
We've been here a few times. And we usually see bear, but we've seen a lot of bear scat. Got the dogs, so the dogs keep the bears away a little more. So.
That's good, yeah. I've just been making sure I keep my my food sack far from my tent each night.
Yeah, we put it in the truck. That's one of the things we like about the site. It's considered backcountry canoe camping, but you got access for the truck, right? So
yeah, it's really nice.
it's really easy. And for the most part, you're alone for the except for there's a lot of, be careful with the loggers on the road right now.
Yeah, I see them zipping by.
Yeah, there's a few of them right now.
Go a little faster, bud. It's a little painted turtle crossing the road. Should I help him? Maybe I should. Don't worry, little guy. I'm not here to hurt you. There you go, buddy. Never knew they hissed like that, man. Alrighty, safe. Right now we are next to Lake Traverse. And look at this view, man. I can just imagine a grizzly or a black bear on those rocks. Algonquin. This climbing, man, these roads, it's sucking the life out of me. Whew, I just couldn't stop screaming out in frustration with all the climbing I was doing earlier. And it's getting pretty bad, pretty draining. So I thought, hey, you get grumpy, you eat food. That's what I'm doing right now. This gentle prattle of rain. I'm really tired. Oh, feeling a little sore as well. I don't have any fresh water. All I have is Algonquin Creek water, which is pretty clean actually. Like even when you look in the bottle, dude, that looks pretty clean. But I boil it a little longer anyways. And if I'm just drinking it out of the bottle, I use my life straw. Yep, this is me right now. I don't know what to tell you other than this part kind of sucks. A little comforting that I've managed to keep some tea and some hot porridge for this occasion, but still feeling pretty frustrated. Can't wait until I'm actually on some regular paved roads again. So I really need to get going. This is not good, guys. The night was really rough. Oh, I think poison ivy is like spread to my face. It was cold. I really need to get going. Civilization! Yeah! Woo! Oh my gosh. Oh. I saw a Sears sign. What the heck? No way there's a Sears here.
So the pain is real, man. Poison ivy has spread to my face pretty badly. And my lips, bottom lip is pretty swollen. Kind of hurts to talk a little. On the side too, which I won't show. So I think it was a smart choice to get a hotel or motel tonight. They only had a 2-bed one, but they gave me a discount. Of course, I tried to wash my clothes and hang them up. Yeah, this is my state. We still have about 12 hours of riding. I'm cutting out Dorset Tower, unfortunately. Yeah. Nice enough to let me hide the bike on the wood pile here, and I just threw my tarp over. Kind of put some wood in front of it. Hopefully it's still there in the morning. Fingers crossed.
Currently about 6:30. Still on our way to Cordova Mines. We're about an hour and a half through this rough trail. Steve, you rascal, man. You rascal. Bad influence on the children with that alcohol place there. And they're going to learn anyways, though. That's my theory. It's a pretty quiet morning. Pretty still. About 7 a.m. About to hit the road again. Feeling pretty tired. Oh, look at all those turkeys over there. Making a run for it. Up to mischief in the cemetery. Anyways, heading out to Cordova Mines. It is 8 kilometers from here, so not too far. And then I have about a 7-hour ride home. Nice. I may make a tea in a bit. It's too cold right now. I just want to ride and then I'll make breakfast. Weird, I know. So apparently I'm in Cordova Mines now. Kind of anticlimactic. There's some rusted buildings, but nothing extraordinary so far. So this used to be a general store. I think it was the Cordova general store though. Let's take a look over here. Unfortunately, we're dipping, guys. There's not too much to do in Cordova, I don't think. It's a pretty quiet area. That's not necessarily bad. There is almost like a sense of eeriness about it. Fuck! I saw a sign back there, and it read Ontario electric bikes cycling with pedal assist. There's advertising those pedal assist bikes. Felt like it was making a mockery of me as I was struggling up that hill. Oh. Ditches is poison ivy. Nearly dropped my bike in there. Jeez. We made it. We're practically home.